Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Roger Grabowski, and welcome to the Student Symposium. I'm going to be moderating our panel discussion today. Last year in our inaugural conference, we had a student symposium, and I think by all accounts it was quite successful. It was a good way to give students a voice in today's conversation about higher education, which of course is dominated by professors and teachers and administrators. And we're honored to be joined by 10 new faces this year, or 9 new faces, sorry, who are going to be sharing their experiences and sharing their thoughts about today's panel topics. So I will let each of our panelists briefly introduce themselves, and after that we'll get into some questions. Now, as most of you probably know, this is the first time that we've used this facility for something like this, and we don't have a sound system. Now, obviously that's not a problem for me, but for some of the people here, you might prefer to use our microphone. Yeah. I don't make any guarantees about our sound system here, so we'll do our best. And Kazuaki, why don't we just go down the line and you can do it. Are you confident in your loud booming voice, Kazuaki?
No.
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my name is Kazuaki Mori. I am a 5th year student medical school in Tokyo, and having a clinical clerkship in a hospital. I took a year off last year to have my position as National Exchange Officer in an international organization called IFMSA, and also go to NIC or SCGA to improve my English skill as well as other skills. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Charis and I'm from Singapore, and I'm currently a student in Lakeland College, Japan, and this is currently my final semester. I'll be graduating in August later this year. Very looking forward to it. The reason for choosing the reason for choosing LCJ is because I'm able to enter this college without having to worry about what major I want to do, so I can choose it later. And also because I'm in Japan, I'm a Singaporean in Japan, so and studying in LCJ, I can both use Japanese and English both at the same time, and also adapting to different cultures. And my plans for graduation is to study in England and doing joint honors in anthropology and media communications and culture. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kaoru Kamiyama, and I'm a student from NIC, and I already graduated. And why I choose? Okay, I choose NIC because it's 1-year course, and I was not confident on my English skill when I was a high school student. And my future plan is going to a college in California and transfer to university also in California and study about arts because they have new rules. Thank you.
Hello, and my name is Masaki Hara. I'm from obviously Japan and Nagano Prefecture. It was so beautiful place. And I came here to Tokyo yesterday, so I'm just kind of nervous. But I was a NIC student, and I'm going to go to America, California, to study architecture and physics. Thank you.
Hi.
You're okay.
Hi, my name is Ann Okada. I graduated from LCJ last year, and I transferred to Sonoma State University in California. And the reason why I chose Sonoma State is I really wanted to go to California because nice weather, nice food, yeah, But Sonoma State, I thought Sonoma State was the best site to focus on studying, so I chose. After I graduate from Sonoma State, I would like to become a journalist or TV broadcaster. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily Hori. I'm a fourth-year student in Tama University. I was born in America, Hawaii, and why I choose Tama University is because I wanted to learn, study in English. And Tama University, they teach a lot of things in English, so that's why I choose Tama University. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryo Teshiro. I'm a student from Tama University. And although born in Japan, I moved over to Hawaii and stayed there for 18 years. Then after that, I came back to Japan to Tama University. And I chose Tama because they're the university that was teaching in English, and I wasn't having enough confidence to actually study in Japanese inside a Japanese university. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ryota Nishida, but it's right, like Nishida, okay, that's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, he's Ryo and I'm Ryota, so please don't confuse. Actually, I graduated Tokyo public school, public school, but yeah, I was been in New Zealand for 1 year for exchange. Yeah, I think New Zealand is the best country because yeah, good weather, good people, and yeah, animals, food, fish and chips. Yeah. All right. Why did I choose this? Yeah, actually, my high school teacher recommended this school for me, and actually, my parents are Chinese, but I was born in Japan, and I grew up in Japan, so. Yeah, I'm technically Chinese, but I don't know anything about foreign country, especially China. So I want to study about more Chinese and Chinese culture. What do they think? So I chose this like international school. And yeah, my plan after college is like, yeah, I want to when I go to about more foreign culture and foreign language and a lot of things. And I want to teach Japanese and Japanese culture, Japanese lifestyle to foreigners, especially Chinese and New Zealanders. So yeah, that's my dream. I want to be a like teacher of Japanese. Yeah, thanks.
My name is Sayakase. I graduated from LCJ last semester. And I chose LCJ because I studied in California, US for 1.5 years before I transferred to this college. And I also wanted to study liberal arts, so I chose LCJ. After I graduated from here, I went to Rwanda to research about the genocide because I wanted to do something meaningful for my break. And I started full-time job from May. And after working a few years in that company, I'm planning to continue my education on conflict resolution or peace study. And I want to be a mediator for conflicts, or I want to be a journalist to spread the problems of the world. Thank you.
So we have a list of questions, some of which we asked at our student symposium last year, and a few that were contributed by people who I assume are here now, because we asked everybody if they had questions to ask. So they will be answered by selected members of our panel, and after we've gone through the questions, time permitting, we'll open the floor for questions and answers from the audience. So, and I guess I can walk around with the microphone as necessary. So, question number one is, what do you think the key differences are between a global program and a traditional university education? Kaoru, what do you think?
Okay. I guess global program or education have or put more importance on diversity of students. However, the traditional university education in Japan does not do that, I guess. They usually focus on one major and just professors are lecturing and students listening. That's the key difference, I guess.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, same question.
I think traditional university programs are designed in a way so that they could strengthen their specialty. For example, engineering should be engineering more stuff, while the global people or the global programs are designed in a way such so that they could use their specialty and apply it to use it as a way of communication. For example, if you go abroad, do business, you could use your business knowledge from your global program and some practices inside the global program that was offered to you in a global program university. So I think the main difference is traditional programs are designed in a way so that they are able to strengthen their strength, but global programs are designed in a way so they could use their tools as a part of a communication.
Thanks, guys. All right. The next question is about expectations. So what expectations did you have about international education before you started studying at your school or before you started your path of study? And how did your experience, or how has your experience compared to your expectations? Were there any surprises or disappointments or anything happy that has happened to you? Why don't we start with Ryota since the microphone's right there for you.
Yeah, expectations. Yeah, I had just feel. I would say that. Okay, when I was a high school student, I was just feeling nervous because I had no confidence about my English, and I never met English people, yeah, and Asian people, yeah, other country people. So I just felt nervous and negative stuff. But after I went to the New Zealand, yeah, the experience is really awesome because I thought just the foreign countries are so scary for me, but it's different or not. People are so kind. Yeah, especially Kiwi boys, New Zealand boys are so kind to me because they really like Japan. They're always talking about Japan, yeah, but sometimes they're talking about Panda, it's China. But it doesn't matter because they're not being racist, they just be friendly for me. That's really good because I'm really shy. Yeah, you guys think yeah, I'm super shy, but yeah, New Zealand is really familiar. So I think that is the most important thing about when people meet people for the first time. So that's my experience, and yeah, surprises and yeah, wonderful thing about international programs.
Mine's kind of different. My expectation about international education was, like she said, international education should be diverse, but for my school, Sonoma State, it's so different. The international students are less than very small number, more than I thought. Also the most of international students were European people, especially Germany. And I was kind of disappointed because I thought, international education is always diverse, but I think it's depending on the school. Also, I was surprised at the small number of American students who go to abroad. Yeah, and I feel like many Japanese students like us want to go to studying abroad to America or other countries, but in America, not so many people I felt. So yeah, I just surprised. So.
When I was a high school student, I thought the lectures or classes of my high school was a one-way type. I mean, teachers say something and write something on the blackboard, and on the other hand, students just listen to them and take notes, just that. Yeah, I don't say all of the Japanese teaching style is one way, but most of them. So my expectations about the international education was interactive lectures. I expected interactive that professors ask students some quick questions during the lecture. But from my experience at NIC and LCJ lecture, what I experienced was more than that. I mean, sometimes to my surprise, some students ask or even interrupt professors when they are talking to class. This would be kind of a taboo in my high school. So I think this international education system, this is very effective way to learn for both professors and students. Thank you.
All right, thanks. The next question is along those same lines. It's about your prior education and high school experiences. So the question is, did your high school or your prior education prepare you well for this course of study? Right, so for all of us, all of you have chosen some sort of international path. And what changes would you recommend to better prepare students for a more internationally minded college experience? You can begin, Powder.
Actually, my high school did not prepare for me, but they have a course for students who are internationally already educated or interested in international courses. That's so difficult to explain, but usually the course has students from foreign countries who lived in there for years, and they learn different things from this, standard course students. I was in standard course, but I had some friends in the special course, so I know some. They learn Chinese and other languages, and classes are only in Englishes, and learn Japanese actually. And yeah, do all kind of music and arts in English. So that was really different from us, and I guess it's really good preparation. But actually, standard course students are also interested in kind of international program. So we should learn more about it in the classes or out of classes. Because actually, I didn't know that I can go to, I can take international course out of my school. So what I want to say is that students must have more wide view of world, and we should learn about it. I guess that's the best part, that we should do that first. Thank you.
I believe so. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, during high school, I went to a school where they accepted people from abroad, like myself. And it's not an international school, but so there's a lot of people from, people that live in Japan, but also like half of them are from abroad. So that really helped me. Like, during elementary school, I went to a Japanese school, and it wasn't right for me. And after I went to the school I went in high school, it helped me a lot. So I wanted to find a school, a college that was similar to that high school that I went to. So that's why it helped me a lot. And I think if students go abroad or like communicate with people abroad, it would help students, communicate with international people. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, the next question is changing directions a little bit. It's a two-part question, right? So question the part number one is, has your global education prepared you to work with people from other countries or other ethnic groups? And the second part of the question is, has it prepared you to work with gays, lesbians, and other sexual minorities, and how? Would you like to answer first? There you go.
I would say basically yes. In my company now, there are some people from other countries, and I don't have any problems to work with them. And I think that because I got used to go to be with them in global education. And I don't know, I don't have any people who are sexual minorities in my company, so I cannot say clearly, but I think I don't have any barrier to them either. And I say basically because I think at least my college didn't provide plenty support to getting a job. So I say basically they prepared for me to be with them, but not to work with them. And I'm working for a Japanese company now, and I'm pretty fine with working with an international company, but I feel they didn't prepare to work in a Japanese company, and because Japanese company is very strict or work makes me work a lot. But in this global education made me very independent or to work with decide by myself. And I'm not used to being told what they do. And Japanese company is like that, so that's how I feel. So basically yes. Thank you.
Who else had that question?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I've never had a job. In my experience in New Zealand, there are a lot of internationals like from other countries like South America, especially South American boys because they want to play rugby in New Zealand. And my best friend was a Chilean friend. I was always hang out with two Chilean boys, and then they speak Spanish a lot. I couldn't understand Spanish. They always say like que or something, hola, or what's it mean? I don't know. I couldn't understand that, but I didn't feel like sad because it's interesting because I'm practicing English, but they can teach me Spanish by English. That's really awesome, isn't it? Because sometimes I can teach some Japanese words by English to them, and sometimes they teach me. They could teach Spanish by English to me, and Chilean boys are so funny because when I hung out with them, two Chilean boys and just one Japanese with me, and then they're just calling to someone, And after 10 minutes or 20 minutes, many Chilean boys and girls are coming. Oh, 11 Chileans and just one Japanese. What's going on? But it was so fun because many Chileans and yeah, some of Brazilian, Argentinian, many South American boys, and it was really like I thought this was like, oh, it's a really international because South Americans and one Asian. It's like I can see the differences, and actually there were some gay boys in my school because my school was boys high. Yeah, some of gays are there, but I think I didn't have nothing to problem with study with gay boys because they just like boys. There's there's a problem, but there's nothing to big problem because we can be friend, just be friend, and we can talk like about hobbies there because they like to play Japanese video games or something. So I have no problem. I have no problems with hanging out with them or studying with them. Yeah, but they just too much body touch. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, thanks.
All right, thanks, guys. Take the mic down this way. For our next question, is about national identity, national pride. So the question is, what effect, if any, has your education had on your sense of national identity or your sense of national pride? Would you like to answer first?
Okay,
Ladies first.
To be honest, I think it definitely has a huge effect on my sense of national identity or national pride. Because I'm a Singaporean living in Japan, and I'm also studying in an American college. So I'm basically doing a lot of adapting and learning about Japanese culture and American education, because American education and Singapore education is not completely different, but I think for the most part is quite different. And of course, being in this, Japanese culture, but American education is a whole new environment, and in LCJ, there's quite a diverse amount of people from around the world. So basically in school, I interact with students from different parts of the world, and I start to become more conscious of the pros and the cons of my own country, and which I used to not think about, And of course, knowing about the differences between my home country and about Japan and about America, I of course become more aware of what it means to be a Singaporean, or basically what I feel about being a Singaporean, So I don't think I'll ever realize this if I didn't come to more of an international environment, because everything's so normal in Singapore, like, oh yeah, this is clean and green and stuff, but you can see the differences. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I think it has. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. My answer is, although there is a word, jikodoitsu, a Japanese word for identity, that sounds very unfamiliar to most Japanese people because this word was created after the word or identity was introduced to Japan. And so the concept of identity or jikodoitsu is rather one of American or Western cultures. And thus it could be a possible reason for most Japanese people to find it rather difficult to define our identities. Yeah, as I did before, I started taking part in an international organization, as well as going to LCJ or NIC. However, throughout my activities in an international organization or NIC or LCJ, I had quite many chances to interact with friends with different backgrounds from different countries. And I needed to develop my senses to cooperate or become friends with them by trying to understand their backgrounds, cultures, and also then to compare them with those of my home country, Japan, which I strongly believe have helped me to develop the sense of national identity as well as national pride in myself. When we limit ourselves in a society, within a society, we have lesser chance to compare our identity with those of other societies. And we basically do not need to define our self-identities because we or the members of the same society share mutual understanding among us, and we can just simply lead our lives based on it. However, once we decide not to link ourselves in a society and try to expose ourselves to the other countries, we are more likely to need to develop our senses to interact with people with different background cultures by comparing them with those of our home countries. So I would say that I do believe that international education would help us to develop this sense of national identity and national pride in ourselves. Thank you.
So the next question specifically is about global education in Japan, the theme of our conference here today. Before I ask the question, I'm going to read a little bit of a preamble explaining this, which is that the Global 30 initiative set up by the Ministry of Education to attract more international students to Japan and to make Japanese students more internationally minded stresses the idea of global jinsai, in other words, global talent or global resources. But other proponents of internationalization stress the idea of global citizenship, right? And so they're not really the same thing necessarily. So the question is, do you think that Japanese universities should focus on producing global citizens, I guess in quotation marks, global citizens, or should they focus more on producing global human resources, i.e. workers? So since you have the microphone, Kazu.
Okay. Firstly, my answer for this question is that I think if people are truly prepared internationally, that should mean that they are ready to have their roles as global citizens as well as global human resources. For me, the essence of being a global citizen as well as global human resources is the capability to cooperate with peoples regardless of borders. And I rather find it pointless for Japanese university to focus on producing only either global citizens or global human resources. I have seen many Japanese universities, companies that require their student workers to get higher score on English tests such as TOEIC or TOEFL. And also I have seen many Japanese people that prepare themselves for these kind of tests, and they actually go very high scores. However, most of them just studied with materials specially designed for this kind of test. And if they are asked to perform outside of this test, they cannot perform as well as they did on this